Can I ask you, Larry, do you believe that you're a servant leader today? And if
Um,
you do, how, why should anyone become one?
yeah, I think it's more of a lifestyle than a diet. So I think I'm on track to do it. I think aspirationally, there's a lot I can be better at, and I definitely have those kind of Machiavellian moments that kind of spring in, which I see as like antithetical to certainly the servant leadership. But as a rule, I strive for it, and I think I'm more often than not, I probably uh, I probably do it. And again, while it certainly is, I think, a better working environment, it is also self-serving, right? I mean, it is something that is it's good for the goose and good for the gander, and I think those
Yes.
type of win-win relationships is certainly what I'm trying to do. And in my weaker moments, I stray, but as a rule, I think I'm really trying to be better with a lot to learn along the way.
What a beautiful way of saying it. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. And you're right. I mean, there are moments, all of us, we're human, right? We're bottom line oriented naturally, right? And sometimes it's going to be a little bit of a extra focus on self. But overall, if you really do start recognizing what Larry said, which is what's good for the goose is good for the gander, it is a win-win for all. You start moving in a different way. Thank you for that. Erica, do you think that you've become a servant leader now? Do you think everybody should aspire to behave that way?
Yeah, I see it as my life's work now. I think, if I were asked a few years ago what I wanted to, maybe actually a few weeks ago, what I wanted to do, I would probably have thought about a career, right? Like I want to be a CEO like Larry, or I want to, do this type of work. But now I think that serving other people in a leadership capacity is my life's work, and that's really what I want to do. So I guess in that sense, no, I'm not there, and I don't know that I'll ever be there. I think in line with what Larry was saying, you continue to grow and evolve as you step into kind of leadership positions that are constantly larger or different. And so I think being able to keep that self-awareness of what you want to be, but then also adapt to situations, I think it'll be a constant sort of growing and learning experience.
Well, what do you think's been your biggest learning? What's the biggest transition, would you say, or leap that you made to get here, Erica? If you
Yeah,
could
I
put your
think
finger on
really
it.
two things. I think there's a sense of vulnerability that I don't think that I was willing to show at any point earlier in my career, and I'm just getting into that now. It's not something that I'm like particularly great at, but I'm trying. And I think vulnerability in one the sense that I think we're taught from a very young age to like strive for perfection, but then also not to be perfect because you can't be perfect. So that you kind of have this constant cognitive dissonance in that case of I want to be these two things, but I know one is never going to be attainable, but I'm going to try anyway.